At this point, I hope you can guess what song I'm about to play. Yo. Okay, yeah, this fits the vibe so much better than the other one. I tried to do a new intro song, and then I decided I didn't like it, so I went back to this one. This song is such a vibe. Alright, let's get into it. So, I just uploaded a video today talking about like fighting games and stuff and how I don't understand how people get mad. Or rather, I do understand, or I did understand it, and then I realized I don't care. So it's like, I've solved the problem. Just stop caring. True. And that's a segue into what I'm about to talk about in this video. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's a segue into what I'm about to talk about in this video. Uh, that. I used to care a lot about, well, not that I used to care about a lot about random things. It's more about, like, I used to care a lot more about things in general, period. To where, like, I'd be, like, more mad or more upset at a bunch of stuff. And I've grown to realize that as a person, like, you don't have to care as much to show emotions and stuff or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, um, I realized that. Oh, I realized that I don't need to care about a bunch of stuff. Um, I also wanted to talk about this, right? This is important to me. It's important a lot. I used to rewatch some of my old videos. The like not even old videos, like maybe like 1 or 2 days after they release. Maybe like a week, a month even. Like there are some videos on this old channel that are probably not going to be here in like a day or two. That, if I can be honest, I sound pretty silly, or rather, I think that I sound pretty silly. I think that maybe it's the way I talk or the mannerisms are different, and it's also like I was in a call in some of those, and they're just bad videos in general. But rewatching, um, rewatching the two newest videos, like a day or like an hour after I drop them, I listen to it and I feel like I can actually listen to them. And it's like I already listen to myself talk all the time. That's what I'm doing right now. But like I listen to myself talking in the videos and I'm like, "Oh, hey, that's me." And it's not like a oh, right? That just kind of clicked. And I'm just kind of trying to figure out, I haven't been drawing this whole time, but uh I'm trying to figure out when that pivot was. Because even I don't know. I think it's like I literally think it's just like new. Like now. Because this wasn't a thing. Maybe even like this wasn't a thing last year. Or I don't think it was a thing since maybe like 2025. And suddenly it's like a bam. You like how you sound. Or rather you don't care. Because I think I sound pretty silly. Like if I heard my voice acting something, I wouldn't care that much. I also don't know how to voice act, so there's also that. So I probably would care. Yeah, I voice acting sounds cool, but yeah, I just kind of don't know how. I know it's like a normal thing to like not dislike the sound of your voice, but think it is weird that you don't hear the voice of it. But like I think it's that the voice that I hear in recordings feels like the voice I'm hearing right now when I'm talking. So it's like, it's a lot less jarring. And also, I don't care about the way I sound that much, which is a luxury that I know a fair bit of people don't have. So it's like when you combine, first of all, when you combine me not caring that much with my voice seeming like less and less jarring to, it's like less and less jarring to listen to, because I feel like I listen to it a lot. Or rather, it's just like, I don't know. It's hard to really say. I don't actually know which one I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do Scratch. Because I'm not gonna do both of them. That would take way too long. How loud is this? Oh, it's really loud, I think. It's not that much louder than me. I might skip. Automatically. Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is hilarious, actually. Yeah, okay, so, also, if you haven't noticed, well, you couldn't have noticed until right now, but I added new songs to the playlist. So it's not just gonna be the same, it's not just gonna be Outsider Collective, EXLYD, and, Strawberry Jam, OSC. There's now Toby Fox and also, Fear of Dark, which you should listen to. You should listen to Fear of Dark. Fear of Dark's awesome. Fear of Dark's awesome. I might add Anamanaguchi in the future. Who knows? I know. I don't know. Ignoring that. I just kind of like, it's enjoyable. Because I just like listening to myself talk. Normally. And, you know, I think I've finally gotten used to the separation between my voice from recordings and my voice, like, real. Because I do listen to audio recordings of myself after sending them, and it's like, wow, that's crazy, I do sound like that. Audio recordings are pretty neat. And, yeah, I don't know. I have a big ego. I love me. And I think more people should. Because that's kind of base. I don't know how much longer I can really talk about this. Because it's not like something you could explain. It's not like yeah, I learned to do it. It just kind of happened. So it's like wow, that's crazy. And then it's like wait 2 seconds, and then wow, that's crazy. And then you wait 3 seconds, and then you go, wow, that's crazy. And then the cycle repeats. So it's like, I feel like I've exhausted the topic. Because it's not really something that you can teach someone to do. Because, like, it's either you like it or you don't. And you train your voice to do it or something. Which, I haven't learned, and I don't care enough to learn. Because I know it's possible. You know, voice actors do that all the time. Except they don't do it permanently. But you can do it permanently, because that's how voice inflections and stuff work. But I don't feel like learning, because I'm lazy, and I also don't care. Especially since now, I enjoy the work. Oh! My headphones. Yeah, so my headphones have, like, my cords always have this issue. Or rather, they spontaneously gain this issue, where suddenly they're like, I actually don't want to work anymore. And so they spontaneously only start working out of one ear, unless you do it at a certain angle, at a certain specific angle, and then they work out of both ears. So, yeah, that's been a bit annoying. Now it's time to find a new topic to talk about. Let's talk about... I'm actually going to switch topics when the song switches. But, I think that, yeah, I like the sound of my voice, and I think other people also like the sound of my voice. It's pretty high pitched. Well, it's not like it's pretty high pitched. It's more like I sound like I've sounded like this for so long. So it's like, wow, it's just been like this forever. Like, I don't understand. New topic. I want to talk about something that I have had an issue with for a while, which is like games. I have been struggling when it comes to picking up new games, or rather, like actually starting games. By the way, next video I do is going to be about Nine Souls, or rather, it might be if I can't hold it back, because like the urge I have. I just finished the Nine Souls True Ending. I finished Nine Souls last year, and I just finished the Nine Souls True Ending, and it was an experience. It's weird, right? Because I think that now it's like probably top 3 games of all time, which is weird, and it's probably like the number one. It's my favorite from a story perspective. The character, it's just like, it's so hard to explain what I like about it without spoiling. The characters are amazing. The arcs are amazing. The designs are amazing. It's like, and then first of all, the gameplay, the boss fights, right? The boss fights are definitely like the star of the show when it comes to the game. Which is, I love it from a gameplay perspective, because like, you know, story good, gameplay bad, why even do it? But from a gameplay perspective, it's awesome. The boss fights are great. When I first did it, when I first played Nine Souls, like I was going like from Nine Souls, then off into Hollow Knight, not so sorry, and then back into Nine Souls, and I beat the game. And I was like, man, I kind of like the gameplay of Hollow Knight more. But I think I like Nine Souls more. Like, the story is so good. And now that I come back to it, I realize it wasn't that bad. I might do a replay where I do everything again at some point, and then I'll be able to have like my thoughts on, is it my favorite game? Because right now it's Terraria. Because Terraria, like, my top 2 are Terraria and Realms of Aether because of how replayable they are. I haven't been drawing this whole time. I've just been yapping. Yeah, my favorite is those 2 because of how replayable they are. This game, you know, it is a Metrovania. But I low-key don't know how you do any route but the route I did when I played it. And maybe I need to watch a speed run. Maybe I need to watch someone else's playthrough. Or maybe they did the same thing I did. It's hard to know. But one thing I can say for certain is that this game is amazing. I don't think that any game I play will ever top, from a story perspective, top. And a part of me hopes not, because like, this game is too good to be dethroned. I don't understand. Like, I feel like in my head this game is too good to be dethroned. And I do want to experience like I did playing the end of Nine Souls. There were tears like 7 times, bro. Going through it, there's so many things about it I can name, and it is an infinite well of content, because that's essentially what's taking up my mind at the moment. And if I wanted to talk about it, and I went through it and talked about it, I could probably talk for like an hour. and then I wouldn't pay attention to the game. I mean, to the drawing. Sometimes I just go silent, and then I lock in on the art for like 2 seconds, and then I go back to doing stuff. I'm gonna think of a new topic, so I'm gonna lock in to the drawing for a few seconds. You just listen to this awesome music. Let's think about this for a second. Oh, I didn't think again. Okay. Let's go into topic number 3. I'm gonna check something real quick before I get to talking. What's occupying my mind space right now? Watch it. I'm gonna pause. Wow, sudden music stop. I've killed the entire vibe. Let's think about this. What's a good thing that I haven't talked about? Because I think with this video and the last, I think that's all my talking points that I can legally talk about. I gotta think about who can see this video. Because when I think about who can see this video, I can then talk about things that have happened. Um, 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 Hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's the next song? But I'm muted. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. So, this is gonna be an actual talking point, but like one that I could probably talk about for a bit. So, I'm not gonna say if this is real or a fake person or whatever, but I think that like, actually, I don't know if I should talk about this, but I think I should talk about some things that I do want to talk about, like genuinely. Okay. I think that no matter what, one thing that I will always abide by is that destiny isn't real, and I will take that to the grave. Destiny is not a real thing, and I hope most people agree with this statement or this sentiment. Because if you don't, that sucks. But I really know why, right? Or rather, I guess it's like there's no why, it just is. But I think that believing in fate and destiny has always been weird to me, because that, in my mind, kind of flies in the face of, or flies in the face. It kind of makes, like, people make their own choices and their own decisions. And there's never a moment in which you cannot make a decision. Or rather, because inaction is a decision. Not making a decision is a decision in and of itself. Because if you don't make a decision, either someone else is going to make that for you, or the circumstances will make that decision for you, and thus you still have made a decision and not make a decision. Kind of a yap session right there. But yeah, I don't think that people are destined to be anything, really. I only believe in the indomitable human spirit. I am the hope core, hope artist, hopeful guy. And, like, I think that if you believe that you are destined to be something, that ultimately gets in the, or rather, that ultimately, it's like, you are complacent because you believe that you will always be in the position that you are in. And that you are destined to be in the position that you are in, and nothing could possibly change your circumstances. That's something that I will never understand. And I will never want to. Not out of like a, it's like I do enjoy understanding people and understanding their feelings. But like, I don't know. To me, it's just like, I think that, like, because I'm in a position that's like iffy, and I do like where I am. But it's like, even though I like where I am, I still think that it can get better, and so I will continue to work towards that goal until it gets better. Because I know for a fact I'm going to regret not doing such in the future. But here's the thing about regret, right? People spend their lives regretting. And people will be in their 30s or in their 40s, still regretting that they didn't do something back in the day. And, you know, people do this a lot with creative hobbies, or like, you know, I didn't ask that girl out, or something like that. When it's something as trivial as, like, you know, you didn't ask that girl out, or whatever, it's like who cares? It's been so many years since that point. Why dwell on that? Especially since you're like 30, 40. That's like, you've got maybe like a solid, at least like 10, 20 years left. And that's a long time. I've barely been alive for 10 years. And I haven't been alive for 20. And yet, people think that I've accomplished, or not people. I say people, but, and I'm sure multiple people would, but I've only ever had one person say it to me, that I am accomplished. Which, again, I still don't get it, right? This is going back to the first video. I will not understand that. I will still never understand people looking up to me. But, you know, I've been working on a comic. I've been doing some stuff. I've been doing some creative stuff. I'm actually trying to learn animation. So if you have any tips for that, help me, because I am struggling. It's a long road away before I get to making that McDonald's and the Pentagon song, music video. But it will be done. And when I do it, it's going to be amazing. I can't believe that worked, by the way. And when I do it, it's going to be amazing. But until then, I will keep working at it until it is done. And I will not stop until it is done. That's just the kind of man I am. But it's like, I've said this before, and I want to keep saying it. The end goal is to have at least one person. Is to motivate at least one person to do something. End of the year, by the way. End of the year. End of the month, I'm probably going to do the video that I've been, like, holding off from doing for a bit. Which is essentially this video combined with the first video into a video that is probably going to be titled, You Should Do the Thing, actually. And I love that. That's I think one of my favorite philosophy. The main philosophy I go by is to just do the thing. Yo, this song's fire. Okay, it's time to lock in. And I say that because, like, you should just do things. Like, if you're like because if you're thinking, man, I wish I did X, I wish I did Y. I've talked about this so many times. And I'm going to keep talking about it until the day I die. Just do it. Right? If you haven't done it, just do it. Try to do it. Because if you say, I haven't done this thing, it's like, I wish I did this thing, and you still haven't tried the thing, you don't even, like, at that point, you don't even know, at that point, it's not even like, man, I suck at it. It's like, you haven't even tried to do it, so you don't even know if you suck at it. It's like, and the thing about these kind of creative endeavors is that a lot of people think that if you start late enough or if you start too late, you'll never be good. Time really doesn't play that much of a factor because no matter who you are, everyone always hits that, like, stump or hits that rock. Like, improvement when you're bad or when you're just starting out, so quote unquote bad, is like very easy to get. The hardest part I think about doing art is hitting that wall and you're like, man, where do I go from here? Because, like, before you hit that wall, you're gonna be like, man, my stuff is so actually awesome, and then you're gonna hit the wall of like, man, I stopped improving. What do I even do past this point? And that's the part that kind of sucks the most. Luckily, I'm in the point where it's like I'm still climbing, where it's like I feel like I'm good, right? I feel good about the art that I make. But I know further down the line, I'm gonna hit that wall. And it's going to suck. But a lot of things suck. And it's just about making it suck less. Or suck more, I guess. I don't know. Well, I've been working with this for a bit. I wonder how much time has passed. 30 minutes. Okay, we've already surpassed the other one. I feel like I haven't even said anything yet. Let's circle back to the first point, which is this one. I think it's less that I figured out that I enjoy the sound of my own voice. I think it's more so I've talked about things to where it doesn't even matter what I sound like at that point. I just kind of like what I'm saying, and then I listen to what I'm saying, and it's like the voice is an afterthought. Cause like I like the things that I say and the things that I am putting out because it's cool. Because I think I'm trying to put out a good message, and I hope it's good. Because if it's not, that would suck. but it's like I'm putting out a decent or a good message, and not just that, but like and like when you're doing that, the voice just becomes an afterthought and it fades into obscurity, and then eventually you will attribute your voice to, you know, a positive thing, because I think I'm doing a good thing, and so it's like I'm kind of manipulating myself into thinking that my voice comes with good things or something. I don't know. But as a whole, it's not really something that's easily explained. And I don't think I'll ever be able to explain it. It's just kind of a feeling. It was a shock to me too that I listened to it and I didn't hate it. But I think it's like I've hit that point where it's like wow, I low-key don't care, because it's like I've matured past the point where I sound like a 2-year-old and I'm saying things that don't sound stupid, so everything's hunky-dory. It sounds good now. Which makes me think that, I don't know if it was like I hated my voice or if it was that, I don't know, I think it was I definitely hated my voice. But it's like, there's also a hidden layer, not a hidden layer, but a layer of, you know, the stuff I was saying sounded stupid anyways. So, now that I've grown past that point, oh, there's a hole there. I'm low-key erasing this, but I don't feel like recoloring or something, or redoing all the lines. It's not big enough of a problem to where you can erase it. So I don't care. Boom. Problem solved. Why are the lines in purple? Like a dark purple. Alright, we've hit the point where now I've ran out of things to say, so I'm just drawing. And I like that point. Because it means I'm now happy with the things I've said or something, I don't know. I don't know what it means. But I don't know if people like the things I do. Well, I know some people do. And I don't think if people didn't like it, they'd say it to my face. Anyways. So it's like, I guess it's something I never know. But I know at least one person really does like it, which is good to know, because as long as one person likes it, I'm going to keep doing it. And realistically, as long as, I don't even care if one person likes it, I'm going to keep doing it anyways. Because doing these things is fun. We're circling back. Doing things is fun. Do the thing. But yeah. If you... this is Lucid Lobster. This song is awesome. I just realized. It's gotta look fire! But yeah, if you don't like what you're doing, try something different. And I am truly a mastermind at speaking. Everything I said makes clear sense. Nothing I said has ever been wrong. Alright. All talking points exhausted. Time to lock in. I'm low-key done. This is all this is all I wanted to do realistically. Yeah, this is good. Alright. All in all, this song is like too good to like actually talk when it's playing. I might like change the playlist to have less EXLID because wow, these songs are like wow, wow, like I think they're actually unironically too loud. Like I love EXLID. This is my favorite artist ever, by the way. But I think that for this kind of content, or rather the content I am doing, it's like, I think I am a bit too, I think it's like a bit too, like, cause like, you play a song like, well, I feel like Mega Madeline is kind of that, right? But it feels like it works better. But like, you play a song like Celestial Void, you play a song like Horizon, you play a song like Cold Rush, right? You play a song like Stepped on Violets. These are all songs that like feel like background music, while Lucid Love feels like it's the main track, and I'm supposed to be the main track, so that doesn't it conflicts. It insists upon itself. I don't know. So I might make some changes to the playlist the next time you hear it last. And it doesn't mean less EXLID. I just might change the EXLID songs because Lucid is too good to not. Lucid is too good to talk over. Basically, is what I'm saying. And I might remove like Surfing on a Sine Wave, but like a song like In Age of Planetary Pride, which is by the way going to be the last song that I play today, because I'm going to be done soon. This song is great. Yeah. In conclusion, I think more people should do stuff. I think it is best for all people or like all parties involved to do a thing. And not say there's multiple parties involved, it's probably like only one. But even so, like that one party is you, and you are the most important person ever. Unless you already believe that, and then in which case, lower your ego a little bit. Unless you're me, then don't lower it because you're the best. I forgot to teach you how to do the fancy S. You never saw that. You didn't see me mess it up. You didn't see me mess it up. But, yeah. Soon enough I will be able to talk freely. Just gotta do this. By the way, if you recognize the symbol, you get like 10 pieces of candy. Unless you already know. In which case you're one of my friends. And you don't count. You're not a real person. There we go. Now that that's done. Yeah. This is a message directed to everyone who is watching this video. You're cool. You're a cool person. And that's my alarm. Don't pay attention to that. That you're cool. You're a cool person. I think that everyone's capable of uh, accomplishing that thing that they want to do, unless it's like literally biologically impossible. Like I want to grow 3 heads and become a Hydra. Like I don't think anyone's thinking of that. But whether or not you got like some big projects, whether or not you want to just change your voice a little bit, uh, or do whatever. Like that's kind of all I do is just talk about like, hey, you can, hey, by the way, you can do this thing or something. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't hear. I've never heard anyone talk about this kind of stuff, and no one really does. I think, besides me, and because I'm the biggest pusher of it. But it's like I see people all the time talk about how it's too late to start X, Y, Z, and as a young person, right? I don't know if it's just that I don't know if I'm gonna be taken seriously, or I don't know if people do take me seriously when I do say like, or if it's like an invalidation because you're a kid. But like the things I'm saying do make sense, and I've seen it, right? Like I see it from my parents, like, um, because like my dad has been uh getting into exercising and stuff, and I think that's neat. And you know, my mom has been starting up and building her like daycare business or whatever after like years and years, and I don't know. But like I don't think age is, I don't think age or the amount of time you've lived should stop you. Like if you're just not having fun with it, that's a real reason to stop, or rather, that's a fair reason, or like an understandable reason. But if the thing you want to do weighs heavily on your mind, and yet you choose to not do it because you think that you're not capable of doing the task, you haven't even started yet, right? And if you have started and you think that you'll never be good, um, I think that a lot of people have started like that, and you know, uh, everyone has the capability to be good at something. It's just a matter of like how hard will it be for you to get to that point. Some people do not enjoy learning, which is fair. Learning sucks, but learning is, you know, a vital part of living. So it's like you're gonna have to learn something eventually. It's just a matter of time. And the thing is, would you rather learn something that you know, you think is cool and everyone else thinks you cool is thinks that it's cool, and you know, I think that art or music or whatever, all creative expression, like once you learn that, and once you have it cemented, it's just like so fun. And um, in fact, these videos are kind of a form of art without like without this being in here, because like I think that talking is an art form. Maybe I don't know. I don't have a way with words. But if writing can be an art form, I think that generally talking can be, maybe. But I guess I'm not telling a story. But I am telling you to make your own. Goodbye, everyone.